This bent wire has outsmarted every app you've ever paid for. Let's talk about structural elegance. Meet the gem paperclip. No patents, no marketing budget, just 3 loops of spring steel doing more actual work than your entire subscription-based SAW stack. But how does a simple loop hold together when you pull? The answer starts with stress distribution. When tension hits the outer curve, the load doesn't snap. It spreads. It flows along the inner radius like water finding a crack. But what happens when the force twists sideways? Enter shear stress. That's where the real bottleneck begins. Geometric optimization saves the day. The middle loop acts as a pivot point. The outer loops act as anchors. The curvature-to-diameter ratio hits the exact sweet spot for elastic deformation. It bends without breaking. It snaps back without fatigue. But geometry is useless if you can't build it. How do you mass-produce this without welding, gluing, or hiring a team of contractors? The manufacturing process is brutally simple. One continuous bend. No joints. No seams. You stamp 100 per hour on a single machine. Your cloud infrastructure takes 3 days and $1 million to deploy. But wait, what about long-term durability? Repeated bending causes metal fatigue. The crystal lattice in the steel starts to slip. Enter heat treatment. Annealing at 1200 degrees softens the grain structure. Quenching locks it back into place. Now the wire remembers every pull. It returns to its original shape like a boss. Modern fasteners, plastic clips that crack after Tuesday, magnetic mounts that fail when you sneeze. If your hardware can't survive a desk drawer, it's a weak design choice. And yes, I know some of you are typing, but what about smart paperclips? Skill issue. Let's contrast this with your tech stack. You've got 12 microservices talking to each other through encrypted tunnels, managed by a dashboard that costs more than rent. Meanwhile, the paperclip handles friction, load, and retrieval with 0 latency and 0 subscription fees. It doesn't require a firmware update to staple 2 pages. It doesn't harvest your metadata to guess what you're working on. It just works. But here's the catch. Simplicity breeds complacency. Engineers love to add features until the system collapses under its own weight. Why do we keep forgetting functional purity? Because complexity sells. Engineers get promotions for building things that break. Managers get bonuses for shipping features nobody asked for. The paperclip refuses to play the game. It's a monolith that scales infinitely. It handles edge cases like a toddler dropping it in a puddle. It survives a rainy commute. It outlasts 3 different office managers. If your software can't handle a network timeout without crashing, you're not building resilience. You're building a house of cards. Drop a comment if your last update broke your life. Let's debate whether minimalist engineering beats bloated tech stacks. There's a nostalgic warmth in clicking it back into place. No telemetry, no data harvesting, just tactile feedback and physics doing the heavy lifting. You don't need a user manual. You don't need a support ticket. You just need 2 fingers and a basic understanding of leverage. The paperclip isn't outdated. It's a benchmark, and honestly, it's still winning. Keep your architecture lean. Remove the bloat. Let the wire do the work. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp.